Hello and welcome to What If Naruto had the Speed Force and also the negative Speed Force? Now you're probably wondering how this is when Savitar and the Flash is fighting, and so there's two realms each other, the Flash realm in the Naruto universe, the Flash universe and the Naruto universe. They accidentally go to a different universe, flying, like spinning around everywhere. And Naruto is actually 16 to 17 at this time. He's training, and so they accidentally make kind of like a particle accelerator type of thing. So they make a little big explosion. Of course, I think there's consequences, and they make it like so big that maybe only one person, like, and that one person is better that can see it. He would notice, and it was like he would try to run away from it, but it still hit him. Of course, that's the way that he got the negative and the regular Speed Force. So he feels this rush of power, lightning. He just feels this rush of power, and he just feels someone saying, "Run, Naruto, run," and he just runs at insane speeds. Now I think at this point he will be about 2 times stronger than Savitar. 2 times faster than Savitar, and 4 times faster than the Barry Allen. And so he zooming everywhere, and the portal almost closed, but Naruto was able to get in there. All of a sudden he gets this flood of all of this, and all of the Naruto stuff, all the Hokage stuff, all of it gone. Now he's in the West City, or whatever it was called, Coast City, I don't remember what it was called, where there was Iron Heights and stuff, where Barry usually went. And so he would zoom, and he sees all these buildings, like, where am I? And you'll notice that his clothes would actually be kind of torn off because of all this speed. And of course, them two flying around everywhere. Naruto would notice both of them flying, zooming at insane speeds. Both Naruto seeing this, he's like, "How am I back in?" Now everything like this, he doesn't have chakra anymore, because if you're time traveling through something, you're going to break the infinite world, meaning that if something breaks, I guess I'm just gonna say if something breaks, the universe has to replace this balance, so meaning that it's gonna have to create a new Earth with Naruto inside of it. So he just zooms, and since they've been following both of the signatures of Cisco, and Mrs. Snow has been following the signatures of Barry and Savitar, they would notice that another dot would come up, and they're like, "Hey man, there's a third speedster?" And he would notice, and they would notice. They actually wouldn't notice, because Naruto is moving at such a fast speed that even the tracker, and I don't remember what tracker they made, or I don't remember. He's breaking the sound barrier like it's nothing. So he's zooming out there, and he's like, shh, and he just stops, and he's exhausted because of everything. It's like, don't ask why it looks like this. You will notice that everything would actually start to change on his appearance. All the lightning that was coming up actually created a suit, so he doesn't break anything or anything like that. So this one will be like this, but without these. I just don't like these wing bombers. I like the, the regular Flash, the regular Flash's one. So like, yeah, like the regular Flash, kind of like these, but like not, the regular Flash. I'll find a picture later. It looks like this, and he's like, what is happening to me? Of course, this would actually have to be concealing all this Speed Force energy blasting off of him. And he's like, Naruto is confused, and he just zero and slowed down at insane speeds. I mean, slow down. I mean, the point where even if you throw up water in the air, it stopped. It stopped. It's like, and he just like, get out of here. And he zooms out of there, but he can't do anything because he's like, his brain doesn't what he's not letting him go out of the city. He's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. And he zooms back, and he all of a sudden he gets this flood of history about the particle accelerator incident, explosion, and everything about the particle accelerator. And he's like, what is it? And he slows down, and everyone goes back, and he's like vibrating. Of course he's vibrating. You know what I mean. I'm just gonna call it vibe because I can't say vibrating. You see, vibrating. You see it? There you go. So sorry, there's a fan and it's way too hot in my room. It feels like 90.9 concillion degrees. So Naruto would know where everything is. So he knows where the particle accelerator is. So he zooms over there at insane speeds, and he sees the other two, Barry and Savitar, going the direct opposite way and then turning and then doing, and he goes to Star Labs and zooms in there. Now, even nothing would notice. I mean, the cameras would be turned directly off, pretty much. Like, the speed of him is like saying the particle accelerator, but almost invincible. So like you can't see it, and it's going at insane speeds. So when he goes in there, he accidentally throws. He doesn't throw the suit. No, just yeah. So he goes in there and he has, the little circle of all those the things that you can go to a vortex and blah blah blah. And then the black hole thing happened, which I don't. Yeah, and he's like, and what I actually noticed that someone's in the particle accelerator, and he's like, they're like, Cisco is like, oh, this is not good, and they get on there, and he gets his position. Now his position is kind of like Barry's, but without his little his entire hand touching it. It's more like his fist, like straight. I wish I can show you, but it is way too dark in here. You see what I mean? So he has it in a full motion, and he's like, he hears someone saying, "Run, Barry, run!" And all of a sudden he gets this power of boost. I guess it's like, eyes open up, these zooms and circles and circles and circles and circles. And he's going at insane speeds. It's fast enough that it's actually creating a portal. A vortex, I guess, or portal. I'm just gonna call it the vortex because it sounds better. Or wormhole. Yeah, you know, warm. You get what I mean. So he's spinning, and the vortex is getting bigger and bigger, and he's like, and he stops because he knows if he does it too big, he's gonna break something or anything, break the time-space continuum. He's like, now cold air will be coming out because the more faster. Now his lightning is dark blue. Now he's not on velocity X, or he's not. I have no clue how you get other types of blue, but like he has the speed force, but his color of his blue is bravery. Yellow is getting it, or blue is bravery, and everything like that. He's like, of course, cold wind coming out of his mouth because he moves so fast at the point where everything starts to kind of get cold around him, meaning that if he goes too fast, he's starting to like literally freeze the ground at exceeding speeds. Like it'll be a ice rink, but he'll be able to control it because since he has like every. So Miss Snow and Cisco go in there, and they see Naruto, and Naruto has a good name for himself because he can't call himself Naruto Uzumaki. He's forgotten his name, actually. He's full on forgotten his name. So he just thinks and he gets his name in. His name is, I have not think about this at like all. So like J, because I can't think of anything else. He just says J. That will work. Cause you know when you're doing the little vocal chords thing, their voice, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, what in the world? And they just see Naruto right there. I mean Jay, sorry. He's like seeing the cold, like it's cold in there. I mean, almost below, like, what, 9 to 4 degrees. So it is really pretty cold, especially for a normal human. On the Frost, on her hand, she's perfectly fine. So like, it's cold in here, because she noticed that, and they're like. And he zooms over like at the middle of the bridge, and they're like, I mean, Cisco and Frost get in. No, I think he still had his powers. I don't remember. Let's just say that he had his powers for plot, and so. Of course, him vibrating, blah, blah, blah. Now, the only things he knows is that he can only do the supersonic punch. He can also do the lightning throw. And that's physically it, honestly. That's it. And also phasing. That's it. Like, that's physically it. That's what he knows how to do. So, you will notice that they're beaming blasts, and Frost is throwing ice, and he physically just stands there, and it phases directly through Jay. Just like, he has phasing, meaning that he's a speedster. And like, Jay's like, of course that's Naruto. Breathing. And he's been able to get all this lightning down. But I'm gonna hate this because he's gonna have to keep these wing bobbers, because those are the range, you know what I mean. So all of it starts to kind of go down. So I mean, like, all the blue lightning coming off of the guy in the blue, the man in the blue. It's like, and gets on his knees, and he's on the ground, panting, and they're like, let's see, Cisco's thinking, of course Frost also thinking that, and the suit would actually turn back on, because he knows that if he changes anything, blah 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 blah. Now he notices that, and he's like, I can't change anything, as Jay says. And Cisco and Frost will be confused about, Francisco and Snow will be confused why he says he can't change anything. And the wormhole will still be up, and he would actually notice that. He's like, oh shoot. And the suit comes back on, just, and he zooms right past both of them, and he gets into the thing, and he does all the time now stuff. Super speeds, and it goes done. Now he goes back over there, and he would notice that it's still there, so he's like, maybe I can. And he jumped down, and let's hope this works, and he zooms backwards, and he's dodging, of course, the thing. And he's going at so fast speeds that it looks like two of them are dodging left and right, one of them are dodging left, one of them are dodging right, and it's like the thing is getting smaller and smaller, and they're like, and Jay is like, no, sorry, and he zooms, and he stops, and you notice that the thing is gone pretty much. And they contact Barry, and they're like, Barry, there's a speedster here. Literally, there's a speedster here. Now Barry B's like, oh, you've got to be joking me. This is not good at all. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, a lot. Very much. Now, there he's zooming at insane speed, trying to catch up to Savitar, and he would get his power all the way down. Now, at this time, his hair would actually change to black, and he couldn't do anything about it because, I don't know, I'm just gonna say that. And it's like, he takes off the mask in front of Cisco and Snow, and he's like, and he actually passes out from all this electrical energy, and also because he probably just ran through entire universe. Like, You did? Like, I think there's a... Yeah! And he actually passes out. He's like... he's actually going into shock. He's like... And they're saying... Snow is saying he's going into shock. He's going into shock. And they help Naruto. And he helps them. And Naruto wakes up. He's like, about 2 days later, and they finally notice. And they're like, Now Barry goes up to Naruto and he says, "Who are you?" And Naruto says, I don't remember. Force him getting up. It's like, I mean, you don't remember. How would you not remember anything? All I remember is someone saying, "Run, Barry, run." And so, I did. I ran as fast as I could, accidentally making a time portal, and... well, damn. Now, you're probably wondering, what are I going to move? Yeah, by the way, just to say, Naruto says, oh yeah, by the way, I went through an entire universe. You think I went into Shark? You think you know why I went to Shark now? And he gets up, and he just opens up the, goes down, and he knows that he, like, can't change anything, because if he does, he's gonna, okay, you know what I mean. So, he sits down with no, with no mask or shoe anything, and it's actually inside of a ring right now that somehow Barry has, Naruto has for plot, and he just kind of dozes off to sleep in the bed, going actually back into the bed, and dozing off to sleep. He would wake up and wake up the next day about hearing a what's his phone ringing? Like a little thing ringing, and he's like something central. I don't remember what else happened after the season 4 thing happened. Blah 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 blah. Let's say like Zoom got out, and he's like, oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to make an alternate timeline. Zoom never gets out. This has to be alternate timeline. As Naruto says. Now, Naruto was like, I have to go with you. What do you mean you have to go with you? How are you gonna even? You don't even have like you don't have any good names either. He comes up with a name in about 3 seconds. He calls himself Shadow. He calls himself Shadow because he moves so fast that it only leaves his shadow. Psych, I lied. He calls himself Pride because he's okay, prideful. He's not like Escanor prideful. He's not like a Escanor prideful brother. He's a prideful. He's half prideful. God, in this half, he is half destroying me. So, you don't got a good name either. And Francisco says, Yeah, that's true. You don't even have a good name either. And so Naruto would say, Pride. Pride is a good name, isn't it, Francisco? And he would be like, honestly, not bad. If I do say so myself. Welcome to the club. He would say, not bad if I do say so myself. And they go outside at insane speeds, and they're just like on the thing, and they see Zoom, and he's like, ooh, you got a new visitor. And so he goes, you distract him, I'll do it. As he's secretly telling him, referring to him, you distract him, and I'll make a supersonic punch. And and Barry says, you know how to do that? I don't know. The only things I know how to do is supersonic punch, lightning throw, and phasing. That's it. Oh, okay. I'll distract him, as Barry says. And so they start to zoom off, and Naruto would zoom after them also, and he would turn and go at different, like, left, right, up, down, left, right, up, going on buildings, jumping off of them. Now he's getting enough speed that for some weird reason, like, his speed is starting to turn blue, and it's starting to turn really, I mean, what? His speed is already blue. What am I saying? His lightning starts to actually turn orange, and I mean like a pretty dark orange. So I mean like maybe season 5 Barry Allen. So that's pretty fast. So it's like Mach 12 or something. And when he's in his blue his lightning blue lightning, he goes at Mach 11, and in his orange he can only go at Mach 10. So and I think Barry can only go like Mach 6, 7 maybe, I don't remember. But he zooms down there at insane speeds, and after you'll notice that another speedster is coming at him. He's like, how is that? And he gets yoinkered. I mean folded yoinkered. He gets folded, spinning at insane speeds, and he gets on the ground, and Naruto would actually get on the ground on the floor too, and zoom at insane speeds, turning the lightning turning back to blue, and he's zooming on the water, and it's enough to make 2 little big tidal waves coming directly for him, kind of like a heart shape, kind of, and it's like just all so he's going at like Mach 14 right now, so he's pretty fast. And so I mean pretty fast, I mean he's extremely fast. So he's going at insane speeds, and he turns back around, and he spins and spins and spins and spins. I mean, he spins once, and then he jumps down, and he zooms. Pride zooms at insane speeds, and his lightning starts to turn back to yellow, and actually directly, I mean 3 seconds after. Wait, I need burp. 3 seconds after, turns directly back to blue. Because blue is for pride, yellow is for, I don't know, kindness or something, I don't know. And he goes through the water, and he zooms at insane speeds. And this force of the punch is enough to about break 2 cars in half with 1 slice of a short sword. So it does it. So he calls it the ultimate sonic punch. Bro, no, the ultimate supersonic punch are the USSP. Nah, he calls it the the supersonic punch, of course, that's the regular one. And he's boom, and he would know that he you know what I mean. Alright, we're gonna actually end this off. Nah, you psych, I lied. And he zooms down, and the very Naruto's like, that's not good. And he starts tumbling into a alley. Of course, Zoom throwing him in an alley, and then them two continuing. And now Zoom has enough Velocity X that it's like rivals not the Flash, almost like it's nothing, but it's really hard to think it's nothing. And so I'm like, how am I gonna do this? And that's where I'm gonna end it off.